is ready for a big one. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Knights offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Brown wants to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Knights with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires on the move. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out in quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, it's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on... found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Harrell. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Second down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They get to him as he throws. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
To the ground with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. 8-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Gage. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fox. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Takes the easy completion. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Quarterback on the keeper. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. The Knights headed quickly to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. The offense just strung play after play after play together and got his.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
To the air, it's Harrell. Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
I'm trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those 1st down markers and get that 1st down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Brown wants to pass. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Knights have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Gage. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun, looking for a man. Steps away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Here's the handoff. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front, and if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Well, the offense tries to pick up that first by running it on 3rd down. No can do, and that's really been the theme all game long. This defense has just been better at the point of attack, shutting down this run game.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right, and I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Brown will throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down. The Knights want to move quickly. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Getting some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into half.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Just goes right through the wicket, brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. There's a live football. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal.
North Carolina.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Brown wants to pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
The give to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Fires left. Makes the grab. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Harold. Right through his hands, you just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps? Running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking. I think that might have got in his head, and that might have been a reason why he dropped it.
With the catch, it's Hamilton.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do? You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On second down, just keeps firing. He's going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On third down, going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels are on the move. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fires to the wideout. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fair catch, called for and made. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The Knights want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's Richardson. They get him down after he makes the catch. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team. If they're having this much success on the ground, it starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
On the ground, it's Gage. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. Third down coming up.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Harrell. Feeling some heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. A third and long coming up here. From the gun. Wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fun.
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Knights are marching down the field. He's got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. From the shotgun, the inside give. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He's right on target. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points to get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Knights! What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Manhattan for some time.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for a man. It's Harrell. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Brings up second down.
They want to just keep throwing it. Trying to get to him. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a connection. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, got to have it right now. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. To the air, it's Harrell. Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force.
Touchdown, Tar Heels! What a grab and go for the score.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, 15 seconds to play, and if they have a last gasp, they have to recover this onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Looking for space. It's Gage. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They believe they can run right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters.